whilst I was in church, I was like, oh, Lord, I'm so ready to go home. Can't I just call my university's accommodation place and say, look, I've already paid the first 16 weeks. Can I just go home? I just commute in for every day lecture, but there's no point. By the time I finish a 6 p.m. lecture, and by the time I get home, it's probably already time for me to go to sleep. So there's no point. I might as well just stick through it and get this, this degree out the way so I can go home. I just want to go. It's only like the 5th week of uni. I really want to go home. I just want to be done with this degree and go home and do what I love, because I'm really starting to I've already started this like this from 2nd year, but right now it's just tip of the iceberg. Like, Lord, give me strength. Give me strength. Look at me. I have turned into a typical student. I got myself some cinnamon, whatever this thing is called, and I got myself some 2 cheeseless large pizzas. What? 2 cheeseless large pieces. So excited to eat this. And I got obviously, plate, fork and knife, because I want to add a bit more fancy. And it's like 2:34 a.m. The typical student. There are 141 days until I complete this degree. Mental breakdown. I just remember being sick of it all and just wanting to quit and go home. Ready to be done with university. And that is what I longed for the longest while. But now, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I really don't know. But it's okay to not have it all figured out. Hi everyone, welcome to another video. So I haven't posted last week and this is last week's video. I don't know, it's still quite real what I'm going to talk about this video, so I'm still living through it. So it's a struggle for me to actually record this, and I feel like I'm still in this season of my life, and it's a bit tough for me to talk about something that you're still going through, and yeah, but anyways, let's go on. So in this video I want to talk about like my journey of university and employment and yeah, just things like that. So I graduated last year, July, in a degree in human nutrition, and I got a 2-2, and yeah. So I didn't really want to do nutrition per se. Like, science from the get-go really wasn't my forte, it wasn't my passion, it wasn't my interest whatsoever, but I was led down that route, unfortunately, and it was the only thing I could do at the time, so I had to go do it. So originally I applied for child nursing, child nursing, and I wasn't successful in any of the applications that I submitted, because I submitted 5 applications for 5 universities. I failed the test for one of them, another one didn't accept me, and then literally it was getting to the point where I was like, what is going on? I might not have university to go in September. So I stumbled across human nutrition, and I thought of it as interesting. I was like, oh, this is an interesting course, and about healthy eating and all of these things, these things. So I said, no, what? Let me just do it. I got in contact with the university. I said, what do I do? Because originally I applied for that same university, but for child nursing, but they wasn't getting back to me. They were the last university that was taking a very long time to say anything to me. And bear in mind, like, all of my colleagues, all of my classmates in college, they all had like a response from university. I didn't. So I was like, what is going on? you know. So I panicked and I went ahead with me changing the degree that I originally was meant to do. I had done it and it was a quick transfer, change straight away. Cool. And yeah, that's what made me do human nutrition. So first year came along. First year was really good because, you know, it's that freedom of, like, you know, you're not with your parents anymore and stuff. But it's tough because coming from a Christian background and really having those morals in your in you, and really wanting to progress your life with those morals and stuff, with those things that were really taught, really taught to you as, you know, you're grown up and stuff. I really want to continue that on with my life. And first year is crazy because it really tests your faith, and it really tests your belief in God, and it really tests where you are in your walk with God, because you see some things and it's like, do I partake in that, or do I literally just take myself out of that scenario? So you know what I did? I was alone for a very long time. So I had one friend and stuff, and literally we were always together, like because she's also like-minded and stuff, and she wants to keep to, you know, her Christian morals and her morals and her beliefs and everything. So she didn't really go ahead with the things that, you know, I wish she would do. So yeah, so university was fun because, you know, you have like your small group of friends, and, you know, you're doing like, what did we do? What did we actually do? Okay, first, before the actual lesson started, lecture started and stuff, like we were celebrating because it was one of my friend from university, her friend's birthday. So we went to Sainsbury's, got cake mix, and just made it in our kitchen, and we're all having fun talking, and like that is the type of environments I like. I like, you know, nice, cool, chill out, everybody's talking, just, you know, just casual stuff, you know. So yeah, like so yeah, first year was amazing. What else do I want to say that was amazing about first year? Because obviously I moved out, I had flatmates. Yes, flatmates. So I had good flatmates. Just one of them was a bit problematic towards the end of first year, but all in all, it wasn't that bad. You know, it wasn't that bad. We didn't live in a trash hole because of one of my flatmates. She was very on us, like she was very on it, and she always used to knock on everybody's door on Sunday before the cleaners would come. So guys, like, do your duty and stuff. Even though I'm not the person to not do my duty, it's nice to have that reminder, you know. So yeah, like all in all, like I feel like I was very blessed with first year because all of my flatmates, they really respected me for me, and they didn't do parties per se in my room, in my flat. They done it in like the flats below me, and obviously I say per se because towards the end of first year, one of my flatmates, the other guy, yeah, he brought friends over, and it was one day before my exam, and it was a hassle. Anyways, I don't even want to think about that anymore. But yeah, so all in all, taking away the few, you know, here and there, it was amazing. First year was really good, you know. The actual curriculum itself was really, really interesting. Like it was this, it was about healthy eating, learning about foods, learning about the nutrients stuff. It was so interesting. Like I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool and stuff. And they told us about the different venues you can take with this degree and stuff. Me, like a kid, 18-year-old kid, hearing about all these things. Like, oh my gosh, like I can do this with this degree, I can do this and this and this. But then second year came along. Second year was real. Like I moved out with my friend and how many other girls? 3 other girls. There was no guys. I was the only guy, unfortunately. Yeah, struggle. But anyways, but good thing that I did have like upstairs were all the girls, downstairs were just me. So I was like, yeah, just me downstairs. So that was good. And in terms of house, I don't really want to go into that because it's like first year. I had amazing flatmates as well. Just obviously, you have your fair share of problems and stuff, but it wasn't as bad as I hear from some people, so I'm thankful at least, you know. Obviously we had our disagreements here and there, but who doesn't? So yeah, it all in all, like in terms of living was great, but then nutrition got real. what I mean by that is we had a guest lecturer, and this guest lecturer was the person that designed the human nutrition degree for this particular university. And this person came to us and said, I don't really want to say this, but I will. Only 3 of you here is actually going to be working with nutrition. What she meant by that is that other people will be going to different things, and me, like a 19-year-old, no, I was 19 at that time. No, I wasn't even 19 then when she said that. I was 18 at the time, and hearing that, like, when you're so excited about all the opportunities you have, but then after hearing what someone that actually designed this degree for the specific university says, that it's like, whoa, like, what's the point of this degree? Why am I studying about? Why am I studying this? And bear in mind, at the time, the curriculum got extremely difficult, and like I was already thinking about quitting and stuff because it was very tough at the time. It was very tough, and then that was honestly the turning point for me. Like, literally, it really just ruined the degree for me because it was very, I don't know, like, I didn't really take it that well because I was like, whoa, why am I doing this degree? What's the point if there's no careers after, you know? And that's when we learned about the real truth of this degree, you know? And it was tough. My family, my cousins, my friends, they all talked to me and said, no, Miguel, don't quit, just stick through it, just see what happens, stick through it. So I persevered. I done 2nd year, passed, thank God. 3rd year came along. Oh my God. 3rd year. Third year was the workload. If the workload was like from a scale from 1 to 10, it was a 10 on 2nd year. 3rd year was multiplied by how many numbers? It was so, like, it was insane amount of work. And then my silly old self and my silly old friend's self, we went and worked. We're working. Who told us to do that? Our manager quit sometime, and left us with a huge huge workload to do whilst doing our dissertation. Very, like, literally, I don't know how I'm still sane right now, because I can guarantee you there were some brain cells in my brain were fried. Like, I'm not gonna lie, because it was, 3rd year was, oh my God. I just remember doing like a video log, several video logs of me just wanted to be over, wanted to go home, and just wanted to just be done with that degree, just be finished. And yeah, I just really wanted to be over, because it was getting to the point where I just missed my mum and dad, my brother, I just missed my friends. I just wanted to be free, you know. So I kept doing countdowns of me coming up to graduation and stuff, and the moment building up was so tough, because after doing my dissertation and stuff, you have your exams, and these exams were the toughest. I had to memorize in total 5 essays. 5 essays. Did I pass? One exam I did, the other one I failed. Hence why I think I got a 2-2, because I failed one of the last year exams, but I didn't want to go there and die, you know. I didn't come here to die for this degree. I really didn't, you know. So yeah, that was actual university for me, you know. But then graduation happened, and obviously before graduation you apply for, you know, roles and stuff, like graduate schemes and stuff. However, I was applying, and the list was very limited for our degree itself, extremely limited. Because I was like, okay, what can you do with this degree? Really and truly, you know? And honestly, it's a very small list, you know? And the list that is there, the things that you can do with this degree, it's very tough to get into, of course, disclaimer, of course, of course, every single like topic, every single subject is very very difficult to get into. Of course, like law, all of these things are extremely difficult to get into, career wise and work wise. However, there's a fine line between difficulties, and there's a fine line between no hope. And honestly, I'm this close to no hope, because there's Like, for example, if I go to Portugal with my degree, I can't even do anything with it there. Can you imagine? 3 years, £9,250 every year. For what? I'm annoyed because I emailed my lecturer a few days ago and I asked him, can I do anything? Can I go back to Portugal and study there? Not study there, and do anything with it there? He basically said no, I'll have to do other classifications and have like a master's and stuff to be able to do it. And unfortunately, I don't have the grades to do the masters, so I am literally stuck. I feel like I'm just trying to get water out of this rock that it's just not working, you know. So graduation happened and stuff, and I just remember feeling a rush of emotions, freedom, actual freedom and stuff. And after 3 months and stuff, after like all of my friends were not my friends, my cousins were going back to university. Well, they were going to university, and people around me were going back to their normal lives, and people from my college were going back to universities. Like, some of them had done 3 years, some people done 4 years and stuff. So I realized, whoa, I'm actually done with university. University is actually finished for me. And I just remember feeling this very uneasy feeling in my heart. Like, I felt like I was a baby in the middle of this crowded world, where people were just zooming past, like doing so much, zooming, and I literally felt so dislocated. I felt so discombobulated. I felt so out of place. The reason why I felt like this is because since we're born, we're conditioned into education. So nursery, the reception, if that's the order, if that is the correct order, primary school, secondary school, college, university, if some people go, right? But you're still conditioned into those steps of education. And once it's done, like, obviously, because my life was wake up, go to school, come back, study like crazy, do exams, and that was my life for how many years? 21 years of my life, or more, yeah, 21 years of my life. So after all of that to be done, or after like that whole stage of my life to be complete, it really felt so. I felt so like I just felt so strange. I felt so meaningless, because I was like, oh, I've completed all my mandatory stages of my life. What's next? And that's honestly how I felt. I was like, I literally felt so like, literally I felt so so confused, so perplexed, and so like, I don't know, like a baby in the middle of like this crazy world. Literally, that's how I felt. And it really wasn't easy. Like, coming up to this point, it really hasn't been easy. And then not having any jobs, applying for jobs and nothing is working out, no doors are opening. And that's honestly like the toughest thing, you know. You work so hard in university, you literally pretty much nearly kill yourself, God forbid. But I'm talking hypothetically, yeah, please. Literally, you go so hard, so hard, yeah, to on this 3-4 years, to then come out of it and not get anything in return. Bear in mind, I just received my letter of how much I owe, and I owe a lot. It's a lot, you know. So it's a lot, and to not get anything out of that in return, it hurts, you know. Obviously, transferable skills, yes, of course, transferable skills, yes. However, you want a career. You want a career, you know, but I don't get that now. So it's a bit like, I feel just so, man, what's the point? Well, what's the point? So graduated, and I went through graduate blues, and it really was real. Like, I was playing games all the time and stuff. Obviously, applying for work, I'm not just gonna be playing games all day every day. No, I was applying for work and stuff, but nothing, guys. And from July, let's say July to now, I've only had one interview. What? One interview. Interesting. So yeah, it's a bit, it's tough, you know. It's tough, and it's getting to this point where you know what's the worst as well is, like, I want to make my parents proud and stuff, and it hurts me for them to see me in my room just lounging around and not working, not doing something, actually bringing something in, you know. Like, I just felt so bummy. I felt so useless, you know. Obviously my parents are not the type of parents to put pressure on me. No, they will never do that. But for me, I literally felt so useless and just like so, I don't know, like my whole life was education, but now to all for that to be done and not have a career out of it, it hurts, you know. It's not very nice. And then distant families come along with, oh, you should go do masters, you should go do masters. Yeah, of course. Like, I asked for a year for me to just really find out what I want. Within that year, I haven't found anything with nutrition, and I don't want to do a master's that will leave me in the same scenario that I am right now. Because with nutrition, there's a specific master's that you do that really opens your doors for specific roles that can actually get you a good career, a good money and stuff. That's if you hit the threshold of a 2-1 or a first. However, people like me that only have a 2-2, what am I supposed to do now? I don't want to do a master's that literally would leave me in the same scenario that I am right now. That will hurt me even more. And also, like, I went to see this university and stuff for masters, and I asked them, I was actually very, very specific. I said, excuse me, people with this masters, what do they go on to do after? They said, oh, they open their own things and stuff like that. But what I want to know is there any companies? Because for you to open your own thing, you have to have money at least. And just to really balance things out and actually be able to give him invest in your own vision and stuff. And she couldn't tell me anything. The lady couldn't tell me any companies that were hiring, you know, people. And yeah, so it really wasn't. It's really tough, you know. So after like my parents talked to me and stuff, they said Miguel, like, you should really do something now, like, because it's been a year and stuff. Like, I agreed with my parents and stuff, and I said to them, give me one more year. I want to find something, and when I find something, yeah, actually if I don't find anything, I'll go back to university and do masters, and do whatever masters there is, and hope for the best, and hope that God will, you know, use this knowledge for good. But yeah, so that's what it is. That's what it was. That's it. It's a bit tough, you know. Like, throughout this journey, I have several times said I wish I just done a gap year, or I wish I went to study abroad and stuff, so I could delay this stage of my life, you know. But everything happens for a reason. I believe that everything happens for a reason. Don't know what the reason is, but I know God will reveal it to me soon enough. Please. So yeah. So now, plan moving forward is I'm gonna definitely stop trying to get something out of nutrition, and I'm just going to allow things to flow and go on to different venues and see more of what the world can offer outside of my nutrition bubble, you know, because I'm young, I can still move on, I can still have a career change, you know. Life is short, so I'm definitely going to do that. Plan moving forward, I'm just going to focus on my music, my YouTube channel, my health, which obviously has always been a big thing for me after graduating and stuff. And yeah, I just hope for the best, and within a year's time, hopefully I won't be at university, but if that's what God wants for me, then I will go back to university, you know. So I'm honestly trying to explore other routes, completely different things, career change, and see if I like it, I'll have a career change, you know. I just change my whole life, you know, because I'm tired of just feeling so bummy and feeling so sad because I wasted my time with a degree that I haven't got anything out of at the end, you know. I want to make myself proud first, of course. Make myself proud, follow what God, the path that God has for my life, and make my parents proud at the end of the day, you know. So yeah, I may start a placement soon, unpaid, or unfortunately, but it could open some doors. So yeah. So the future of this series is I'm still gonna continue, even if I get a job, you know, sometime, right? I still plan on doing Diary of an Unemployed Graduate. Let me explain why. Because this series on my YouTube channel, it's more than just unemployment. It's about purpose, it's about passions, it's about interests and stuff like that. And when I know that you will never find exactly what it is, but I feel like when I have like a genuine idea and I'm having to go at my passions and something is slowly coming out of it and I'm seeing some progress, that's when I'm going to conclude this series. So regardless if I get a job or not and stuff, I'm still going to continue this series because it's much more than just unemployment. It's about passions, as I just said, you know. So yeah, that's the plan moving forward. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope share it to your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, your mothers. I just said that. Your grandmothers, your aunties and uncles, and tell them, and hopefully they'll be able to understand that it's a struggle and all you need right now is support and no judgment. That's all you need is support, kind words, and just sometimes a little nudge every now and then, you know, because we all need it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys came until here, yeah, there's a new video coming out next week as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Follow me on my social medias. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my music channel. I'm going to be active on there very soon. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have a good week. And yeah, see ya.